Hey, it's James from RedMonk here, and I'm here with a quick take about Amazon reInvent generally and a deal announced with GitLab specifically. Obviously, 2024 reInvent was all about AI again. Amazon announced significant investments in and around Bedrock, its multi-model platform with guardrails so customers can have more control over the different models that they use, and obviously more in Amazon Q, which is its code-gen platform, its agentic platform, basically to allow chat so that a developer or operator can interact with Amazon services and build new applications and work on existing ones. The deal with GitLab was interesting because that's around GitLab Duo. So Duo is the AI-enabled platform, again, chat-based, in all of the places where developers would use GitLab. So that's either in the main interface itself or in IDEs. So here's the thing. What did they do? They announced GitLab Duo with Amazon Q. So this is Duo powered by Amazon Q services. It's a good integration. It does meet developers where they are. And the early demos certainly look like this is going to be very useful for joint customers. And joint customers, when you consider that GitLab has like hundreds of thousands of customers, or at least 100,000 customers, and millions of developers using the platform, a huge number of the customers that are using GitLab are also using Amazon Web Services. So pretty clearly, this is the Venn diagram covers a lot. Anyway, they pulled this integration together and announced the preview at reInvent. So what's it about? Okay, suppose that I am wanting to build a new application. I've got an issue in GitLab. I can just hit /qdev and ask it to ask the AI to create code based on the issue. It goes away and it does that. It creates a merge request. You look at the merge request. You can look at the code. Perhaps you've got a question about a dependency, or you want to do some additional security checks. You can do that in chat. You can ask that. That is then included in the code that was generated before considering that you're going to indeed commit that code. So the workflow is all about, yes, where's the developer? Can we generate good code? And here's another thing. The code has to be good. Some of the early work with Q was definitely not where it was today. So early reports, early developer experiences were not super positive. But in October, Amazon introduced Claude Sonnet 3.5 as the model underpinning Q, and everything began to step up. Much more capable now. This year, 2024, has been the year of Claude. If you think OpenAI had such an impact in 2023, Claude has been crushing it in terms of developer perceptions in 2024. Really capable in terms of code gen, a really great way to interact with your code. And that's what Amazon, from a multi-model perspective, has jumped on board with. So basically, you've now got this powered by Claude, working in GitLab. And there are a few functions on the Q side. There are other models in there as well. So, for example, Java modernization. That's one of the opportunities, I think, that makes a lot of sense for GitLab and AWS customers. Because if you look at those GitLab customers, what do they look like? Banks, telcos, retailers. They worry about things like compliance and guardrails, very concerned about security, and very keen to upgrade their Java estate. So lots of older Java versions, applications written in older versions of Java that need to be modernized. And that's one of the services that Q offers. So again, you'd be creating that issue. You'd be able to say, can you just modernize this section of code for me? It'll generate, again, the merge request for you. And it's that workflow that GitLab users are very used to, now powered by these Amazon-based services. Look, it is early days. It's a preview product, but the investments make a lot of sense. And I think that from a model perspective, certainly working with Claude is a big deal. Another big announcement at reInvent from Amazon was their own models. So they did have some early experiments there again, but I think that Nova was announced, and then they seem pretty bullish about that. And it's pretty clear that Amazon will be expecting to do more of the code gen itself, that it will be building a capable model, and it's going to be competing with the likes of Gemini, Sonnet, OpenAI, and so on. But for now, It's in a better place. The integration makes sense. And look, what we've got with GitLab and Amazon, given that Amazon is deprecating code commit July 2025, we're going to see a deepening of that relationship. So joint customers that are trying to build out their DevSecOps workflows are going to be served. Amazon is definitely taking an ecosystem play here in order to reach those millions of developers. So I think the deal altogether makes sense. The integration makes sense. And I'm going to be watching with interest to hear more reports from developers in the field. That is my quick take.